Why, hello there everyone, welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters. Hope you're all doing well, and we are talking about the heavily rumored Mandalorian game in this video today because a lot of reputable journalists just picked up on a story very recently about a Mandalorian game being in development, because they are saying that a reputable leaker has come out to say that yes, a Mandalorian game is indeed in development, and we're going to take a look at what this leaker has to say. Now, remember, as I say before every video, take this with a grain of salt, of course. We don't know if this is necessarily true, but it's coming from a reputable leaker. A lot of reputable video game journalist sites have also reported on the story as well. So this thing is picking up steam, and we're going to talk about it in this video. So let's go and jump over to GamesRadar.com and take a look at what GamesRadar.com had to say about this rumored Mandalorian game. So it says, a game based on the Mandalorian is rumored to be in development. Could little Grogu be making his way to consoles soon? I really hope so. That would be awesome. Now it says, a Star Wars The Mandalorian game could be in development with an Xbox first-party studio, according to a number of related rumors. This rumor flared to life thanks to fans taking notice of what Xbox head Phil Spencer displayed on the shelves behind him during video calls. Now it says, the Xbox executive is known for displaying clues for future projects on his shelf after it was revealed that he was hiding an Xbox Series S behind him months before it was ever announced. So if you didn't know, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, during his conferences and video calls, he will actually put clues behind him on his shelves. And this photo right here shows that he put an Xbox Series S on the shelf behind him well before it was announced. Now, this kind of ties into the Mandalorian game rumor. So stick with me here. It gets a little bit complex, but stick with me here as I read this article. So it says, this time around, during the Game Beat Summit 2021, fans began speculating around what looked like of a Mandalorian Funko Pop on Spencer's shelf. A related Reddit thread shared a now deleted tweet from Ed of Xbox Era, who stated, you'll notice there's a Mandalorian Funko on Phil's shelf. Yes, someone is making a Mandalorian game, not sure who yet. So Ed right here is the one that is the industry insider that has proven himself with past leaks in the past. So then it goes on to say this. Now, again, stick with me here on this article until the end, because I'll explain. Now it says, as it turns out, however, the figure on Spencer's shelf is not related to the Star Wars franchise at all, but was in fact an arbiter from the Halo series. Now, it says Ed has since corrected themselves, stating, so little bit of a whoopsie. Yeah, there's going to be a Mando game, but that's apparently not a Mando Funko. So I guess Ed was waiting for that moment for a Funko Pop to display on Phil's shelf, but accidentally slipped out that a Mando game is in development. And he even says here, yes, M23, correct. I thought it was Mando, and asked my source based on Mando being there if I could mention the game. So even though that figure on that shelf ended up being what looked like a Halo Funko Pop, he still stands by the fact that he is saying that there is a Mandalorian game in the works. So he's not wavering from that. And again, if it was a little bit confusing, I'll pop it back up on the screen again for you all so that you can see Ed's tweet. And he goes by Nick on Twitter, but he said, okay, so a little bit of a whoopsie in regard to that Mandalorian Funko Pop. But then he reiterates and said, yeah, there's going to be a Mando game. So again, Ed is telling us that a Mandalorian game is in the works. He's a reputable leaker, which is why sites like GamesRadar and ScreenRant.com are picking up on this news. So what do you all think? Do you think that Ed is correct? Do you think that we are going to be getting a Mandalorian game? Well, here's my take on it. I believe it's going to happen. And the reason why I believe it's going to happen is because the Mandalorian is on a whole other level when you look at Star Wars stuff. It is like on this whole other level of popularity that they'd be crazy not to make a Mandalorian game. And a while back, I talked about how if I were a video game developer, I would be focusing 100% on the Mandalorian and bounty hunters right now. I think that is what I would be focusing on personally, because I think it's going to be absolutely massive, even when season 3 rolls around for the Mandalorian. I don't think this is going to slow down anytime soon for the Mandalorian, especially now that they've tied Luke Skywalker's story into the Mandalorian. So I personally believe the rumor or the leak is true from Ed. And again, it's coming from a reputable leaker, according to what GamesRadar and ScreenRant.com are telling us. So I'm thinking that this is going to happen and that we are going to see a Mandalorian game in the future. And I really, really hope it happens, because I played with the Mandalorian in Fortnite. I know that's a weird thing to bring up, but playing with the Mandalorian in Fortnite was an awesome experience. It made me want to have a Mandalorian game that much more. And as you can see, I'm playing with the Mandalorian in this awesome Battlefront 2 mod right here. And again, just having that experience of just playing with this mod right here is freaking awesome. And I really hope we get a full-blown Mandalorian / bounty hunter game in the very near future. So if they were working on such a game, what would you want to see out of such a game? I've already made a whole video on that in the past, and I'll leave a link in the comments down below on that video. But I think some type of mechanic where you can play with your friends and then plunder for armor or weapons would be awesome. Similar to Call of Duty's plunder mode within Warzone. If you've never played that, check that mode out. It is a lot of fun. What you do is you go around and you plunder for money with your friends, and you compete against other people on the map. And there's some PvP elements in there as well, because you can run into a group of enemies, of course, and whoever plunders the most money at the end of the match wins. And I think that's what they could do with a Mandalorian game, where you're plundering for like Beskar armor, resources, weapons, gadgets, all that stuff, and whoever collects the most valuable items ends up winning the match in the end. So I think something like that would be really cool to see, and also maybe just a pure co-op based game mode as well, where you're teaming up with your friends of bounty hunters and you can go out there and just, plunder and take on enemy AI maybe as well. So all kinds of cool stuff they can do with a Mandalorian and bounty hunter type of game. And then also I have to mention that a single player campaign featuring the Mandalorian himself would be awesome to see as well. So again, so much stuff they can do with a Mandalorian video game. And I think it would be larger than life. I think it would be, so if they did it right, it would be more popular than anything we've ever seen before. And let's hope that the leak from Ed is true. And again, he did not waver from the fact that he is saying that a Mandalorian game is happening. So again, to reiterate that, says, okay, so a little bit of whoopsie, yeah, there's going to be a Mandalorian game. So he does state that, yes, there is going to be a Mandalorian game, despite the fact that that Funko was not a Mando Funko Pop. So he's still sticking by his word. We'll have to see if it comes true. I'll be keeping track of this one. If it is debunked, I will be making a follow-up video, but I personally think that this one is probably true. We won't find out until they announce it, of course. So if we get an announcement at E3 this year, or EA or whatever, EA Play, we don't know who's making it, of course. It could be someone other than EA. That's why I mentioned E3 in there. I'll let you all know. So I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for that as well. But again, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the bell icon as well to be notified of new upcoming videos. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone, and may the Force be with you always.